What's going on? Sort of an improv Munsty Talks. It's very early in currently 5:40 a.m. Uh, Laying in bed, and the mind works in fantastic ways. Laying there, I was like, you know what? These last couple Munsty Talks have been sort of just vague, vague rambling. So I was like, you know what? That's sort of what I wanted to do with it, but it's also not the main thing I wanted to do with it. I wanted to do this series and like show that you can be vulnerable, you can grow, you can share your thought processes. Kind of get out of my comfort zone, but also if somebody is listening, you know, they are in a sort of maybe a similar, mindset, or maybe somebody's watching and can share it with somebody that needs to hear some dude on the internet be vulnerable and be open about himself and shit like that. I don't know. I don't know. But I was laying in bed and I was like, the last couple Monty Talks have been just absolute just rambling on. So like here I am. I have no timer. It might be 10 minutes. It might not be 10 minutes. I don't know. But I just wanted to get on here and while it was fresh in my head and talk about it. So here it goes, I guess, as best as I can do. So I'm not very good at socializing my emotions. Um, and lately I have been feeling um not lost, not, you know, anything like that. I've just been feeling off, I guess you can say. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, well, what's off? And what are you feeling and stuff like that? And I'm trying to question to myself so that I can have some sort of answers, and I just couldn't find them. I find that lately I have become more and more just, I guess, not feeling. And this kind of goes back into what I talked about in the last Monty Talks is I've been becoming this person that, I've been trying to get better, but I've been becoming this person that has been, you know, the thing that gets me through the darkest times of my life. And that person is in how do I again, like, these things are going to be rambles because like I said, I'm not good at speaking in general, let alone when it comes to like emotions and my thought process. But you know all right, let me just start off like this. What I was thinking about is like, you know the person that I felt like I've had to become lately is you know a lot of things in my life I have done alone. um a lot of the ooh this is emotional. Y'all getting the real rawness now, Jesus. But a lot of things in my life I've done alone. I've done alone. I don't there are very few people in my life, and whew, shit, sorry, listen, I'm getting there. But I've known people in my life for almost all my life, if not most of my life, and I've never even went to them like to and talked about how I'm feeling and all this kind of stuff. I don't lean on people. Mm. Ooh, I ain't gonna cry. I ain't gonna cry. But it's a very emotional part. I don't lean on people. I don't. My whole life, not really leaned on anybody besides like the basics. Like, oh, a roof over my head, some food, XYZ. I've never really put myself out there and you know leaned on anybody for any sort of help, or, how I'm feeling, what I'm feeling, and stuff like that. Oh, man. Oh, this is a heavy one. Fuck. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. But I got this. I got this. It's all about growth. It's all about, if you can't make yourself uncomfortable so that you can grow and be better, then, what's the point of it, right? But I've never really leaned on anybody. And many of the dark times in my life I've done alone. So let's run it back here, Ooh. When my grandmother passed away, I went to work, and when I came home, oh man. Ooh, it's a spicy Munsty Talks today. But when I came home, she was gone. She was gone. She had an aneurysm, or whatever you call it. Rushed to the hospital, and the doctor was told us. He said, "Listen, either she can be a vegetable, or you can have your loved ones come in, and they can say their piece, and she can go on her own will." And you know, whew, it's never an easy feat to chat. Ooh. Anyway, it's never an easy feat to have somebody's morality on your shoulders, especially somebody that you love very much. And I had to make me and my grandfather had to make a very tough call. And ultimately, um, we came to the senses that, her being a vegetable just wasn't her existence, wasn't what she would want. So we made the call, and I'm not gonna get, too much into detail of it. Everybody came, everybody did their thing, but I disappeared. I didn't talk to anybody. I didn't, I didn't reach out. I never said anything. I just pushed it away. I dealt with it, and that's been most of my life. I just push it aside, deal with it. I do what I have to do, and my life has been an existence of, I've never really. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But I've never really put much into me. And I know that that's a very vague concept, but like, I've never really had an idea of like, oh, I want to do this. Oh, I want to do that. When I was younger, I had fleeting ideas of, oh, I want to be a writer, photographer, I want to design games, stuff like that. Stuff like that, very, very whimsical passions for what I want to do when I grew up. But you know, sometimes life, you have to go with the flow. You have to go with the flow, and I will never say that I did not have people that supported me, because I do. I did. I had amazing people that were there for me. But everybody's got something going on, and I was a very your stuff is way more important. Let's handle that. Let's do this XYZ. Again, I don't want to get too much into detail of it, but I'm just trying to give like a generalized senses, and honestly, I'm trying to speak rawly and vulnerable, so that, if, like I said in the beginning of the video, if somebody else is in this spot where they always have to be strong, they have to keep going, they can't falter and stuff like that. I guess this episode of Munsty Talks is sort of a caveat to that, where it's like, it's okay to not be strong. It's okay to be down. It's okay to be out. It's okay for you to if you have somebody that, you know, cares for you and you trust them, lean on them. You cannot keep it going on just by yourself. And I'm speaking personally on this matter because, you know, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard being strong for years and years and years. And the best analogy I can give is I'm not floating, I'm not swimming. I am just walking in the water. I am above the surface, my shoulders above it, and I just take the waves to the face. I'm not swimming, I'm not sinking, I'm not anything. I'm just being a pillar in the water. If that makes sense. Sorry about the cough. I still got allergies. Anyway, you know, but back into the whole conversation of, you know, I can, the people I've known my whole life, I don't think they can even account to, you know, a time that I've leaned on them, or you know, even people today, and you know, I've gone to them and I've discussed them, and that's nothing against them. Like, let me just say that right now. That's nothing against them. It's just how I've built myself and how I, you know, I have to do what I have to do. It's weird. It's weird. But you know, after my grandmother passed away and stuff like that, for years and years and years, and I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not a licensed psychiatrist or therapist. But there was times when I would just be wide awake and the world around me would sink into the trailer, and you know, her sitting in the chair, and I would just sit there with that around me. And I can probably say that's probably not the healthiest thing. I could probably say that, listen, I ain't the smartest dude out there, but that shit ain't good. I mean, it probably isn't good. And again, I didn't go to therapy. I didn't do anything. I just kept moving. I kept moving, and I find that after my grandfather passed away, I got back into that rhythm of just move, just move. Oh, you got this. You'll get this. You'll be fine. I'm fine. All this kind of stuff, and you know, it wears on you. It wears on you to a point where, you know, I do streaming on Twitch and stuff like that, but you know, I enjoy doing it. It's something that I enjoy doing, but it's to the point where I don't want to say I have a lack of confidence doing it, but it's like I feel like I don't know. I don't know. Again, we're rambling, we're being vague, and that's not what this improv monster talk is about. And let's get back on track. Let's get back on track. So anyway, the gist of it, all right. The gist of it is, listen, you a strong motherfucker, a strong motherfucker, but please, 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 please. This is, once again, I am speaking from my fucking toes on this matter because it's not good. It's not good. It's not good to be just on your own, soldiering along. Oh, you're strong. I can handle this. I can handle this. It's okay to a point, but you need to lean on some motherfuckers that you trust and some beautiful bitches, because if you don't, you're gonna find yourself in a predicament that I find myself in now, and it's very I don't want to say like it's a scary thing, because like I said, you know, my life, I've, you know what, I'm just gonna say it. I am very comfortable being alone. Very comfortable. Very comfortable with my thoughts, with me as a person, and oftentimes I find myself forgetting about other people. And I don't know how to explain that, because this is just I'm fucking this is new to me. All right? This is new to me. Me opening this door and actually trying to fucking adjust my monocles and, you know, dissect myself in these thoughts and feelings. But you know, I'm very comfortable with myself. The darkest moments of my life have been pretty much by myself. The highs and the lows, no matter what it is, by myself. keep it to myself. I do it, keep it rolling. And again, I'm not saying that I haven't had amazing people that, you know, have been in my life, that are in my life. It's just I don't I'm fine type of person. And I've gotten so good. I've gotten really good at saying that I'm fine and not even, you know, showing any hints of the battles that I have in myself. Gotten very good at it, very good at it. And uh I would rate it about a 7 out of 10. Would not recommend, by the way. Like, let me just put that out there. Like, in the spirit of sorry. In the spirit of growing and existing and being better, would not recommend it. And like I said, if you also find yourself in the situation where, you know, a lot of times you find yourself only with you. You know, you tangle with your thoughts, you don't really lean on anybody, and you know, all that kind of stuff. I'm not saying you have to let it all out there, but definitely lean on somebody, man. Lean on somebody, because you'll get lost. You'll get lost, and then you'll be like me, and you don't know how to talk about your feelings. You don't really know what emotions you're feeling, and it's something. Let's just leave it at that. Let's just leave it at that. And excuse me again. Yeah, I've rambled on long enough, and maybe we'll do another improv Monster Talks, you know, and I'll get more into detail. If you're listening to this and, you know, want me to further have a conversation about some of the things that I said, please comment below, because like I said, if I don't start breaking down these walls and trying to, you know, really understand myself, and I don't try to get out of my habits and actually like put myself in, you know, uncomfortable situations about excuse me, the deep shit within me, I'm not gonna grow. I'm not gonna grow. And that's ultimately what it is like, I want this Monster Talks to be about growth and, you know, your failures. It's speaking about your winnings and everything like that. And the last couple have just been rambling. Like, they've just been very vague, very, you know, me just talking in circles. And I know this one isn't that different, but I did get raw, and I did get a little bit into things. Not too much, because it's new to me. It's something. But anyway, if you know, you want to have a conversation, leave in the comments below about, you know, something you want me to have a further conversation about, because that helps me, you know, be able to talk about it. Like, if you comment below about something and open up I guess you could say open up a conversation, it definitely makes it easier for me to talk about things. I have many undiagnosed things, babies. Many. The TISM is probably high on the list. ADHD, also on the list. I'm bipolar, untreated. I'm raw dog. Listen, I'm raw dogging life to its fullest. All right? And I think I'm doing all right. Most days. Let me rephrase this. Most days I'm doing okay. But that's that. And but that, to me, that's life. You know, if you ain't got your ups and your downs, and, you know, you can't have an honest conversation about yourself as you grow, you know, you're gonna get to a point where you can no longer say, "Oh yeah, I'm growing," or I'm becoming this better person. And again, this is just for me personally. This is something that I'm trying to get into. I can say, "Oh yeah, I'm getting better, I'm growing," and stuff like that. But am I really? You know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't have the hard conversations with myself, and I don't be pulling back these layers like a motherfucking onion, babies, am I really getting better? Am I really growing? You know what I'm saying? And that's sort of where I was at while laying in bed. And yeah, I rambled on long enough. Long enough. If you listen all the way to the end of this. I really appreciate you. And remember, you know, you're beautiful, you're blessed. Stay motherfucking hydrated. You got medicine, take your motherfucking meds. All right? And it's early in the morning, so let me just say this. If you ain't hurt today, you looking fucking beautiful. Right? I'm proud of you. I'm happy you exist. And I'll catch you next time. Stay blessed. Bye bye.